2018 wasn't all bad, at least according to our latest findings on Indonesia's economic sector. Welcome to our daily video updates. Today we'll be looking back at Indonesia's economic ups and downs in 2018. We'll be covering the tax revenue, banks, infrastructure, transportation, tourism, and the still fledgling digital economy. The full review will be available via a link in the description below or at the end of this video. I'm Ana Cecilia Regalado, and this is the Daily Post from the Jakarta Post. Despite a lower than expected tax revenue for the state budget, amounting to only 94.87% of the estimated target, optimism remains due to better tax revenue growth. Tax revenue for the state budget this year amounted to 1.35 quadrillion rupiah, or $93.09 billion, and Taxation Director General Robert Pakpahan estimated that this year's revenue would see higher growth than in previous years. The government decided in June to lower income tax for small and medium enterprises from 1% to 0.5% in order to boost growth and help their cash flow, according to Taxation Directorate General Tax Revenue and Compliance Director Yon Arsal. Now let's take a look at how local banks fared this year amid a strengthening U.S. dollar. Lenders have met the 12.5% target loan growth set by the Financial Services Authority, or OJK. Though concerns remain that banks' liquidity could be negatively affected, as third-party funds only grew by 7.19% year-on-year in November. Indonesian banks also face the pressure of Bank Indonesia's 7-day reverse repo rate due to a benchmark rate increase of 25 basis points by the United States Federal Reserve, which was in a range from 2.25 to 2.5%. Despite this, the rate was maintained by Bank Indonesia this December at 6%. Major lenders BCA, BRI, BNI, and BTN all remain optimistic about booking double-digit credit growth by the end of the year. The Asian Games ramped up the country's infrastructure projects, many of which still continue. Let's take a look. This year, the government finished several national strategic projects. 36 out of the 233 listed were finished by November. Projects included toll roads, airports, seaports, and reservoirs. A total of 3,432 kilometers of national roads and 941 kilometers of toll roads and bridges were completed as of October. Post-disaster reconstruction efforts of public facilities and temporary housing in West Nusa Tenggara, Palu, and Donggala under the Public Works and Housing Ministry continue. Transportation accidents such as the Lake Toba passenger vessel tragedy and the Lion Air JT610 plane crash and friction between ride-hailing application companies have made things tough for the Transportation Ministry. Transportation Minister Budi Karya said he had signed a new regulation on online transportation services, which is currently being reviewed by the Law and Human Rights Ministry. Despite the tough year, construction of transportation facilities and services continued. Construction of airports recorded a development of 65.36%, seaports recorded 81.09%, and railway projects recorded 64.65%. Natural and man-made disasters have slowed down tourism, especially in places recently dubbed as one of the 10 new Balis. Lake Toba saw a major boat accident, Mandalika in West Nusa Tenggara was ravaged by earthquakes, and the latest disaster was the tsunami that hit Tanjung Lesung, Banten. Indonesia will likely miss this year's government-set target of attracting 17 million foreign tourists. As of October, the country has welcomed 13.24 million foreign visitors. The figure is predicted to increase to 16.2 million by the end of the year, according to Tourism Minister Arif Yahya. However, he remained optimistic about reaching the targeted 270 million domestic tourists by the end of the year. This year's digital economy saw a record growth to $27 billion from $600 million 3 years ago. Indonesia's digital economy was the highest growing in Southeast Asia this year, according to last month's Google report, a growth that was spearheaded by the e-commerce sector, accounting for 45% or $12.2 million of this year's digital economy. Indonesia's e-commerce market grew by 78%, the highest growth worldwide, with a current value of $7.2 billion. This growth, coupled with the super platforms such as Gojek, spurred the growth of fintech, particularly for e-payment platforms like OVO. Behind e-commerce, online travel, ride-hailing, and online media were Indonesia's three other largest digital economy sectors this year. For full details on the 6 topics we covered today, follow the link in the description below or click the in-video link on the right for the full Jakarta Post economic review. That's all for our 2018 economic review. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep up with the latest news at thejakartapost.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, or read our daily newspaper for more news. We'll see you next time. I'm Ana Cecilia Regalado of the Jakarta Post, signing off.